everybody, welcome back to TAZS Wig Closet at Wig Studio One, here to help you find joy and empowerment in your wig journey. Today we're going to take a look at almost all of the Wig Pro blonde shades. Now don't worry, I'm also going to do something similar with brunettes, reds, and possibly a couple of grays in a separate video. But today is all about the Wig Pro blondes. Behind me, you will see nothing but Wig Pro styles. We actually have 15, I think I counted 15 to get through today. And it will be a really fun showcase that you can refer to time and time again as you're shopping for your favorite Wig Pro styles. All that information coming up. All of these wig styles were sent to me directly from Wig Pro in cooperation with Wig Studio One. You can find all of these styles and colors at Wig Studio One. If you go below the video and expand the description box, I will attach a direct product link to each one of these styles. You can go out and take a look at all of the colors and the pricing. We invite you to shop at Wig Studio One. If you have any questions for us, please reach out to support@wigstudio1.com, and don't forget to visit us on Facebook and Instagram. So these Wig Pro blondes that I'm going to go through today aren't in any particular order. I'm going to give you a brief description of the color as I see it. Now these are the pieces that I have for you to see today. You can always see some variances from piece to piece, even of the same style. So let's get started. The first color, and perhaps my favorite Wig Pro blonde, is what I'm wearing here. This is the color 221001R8. I'm going to show it to you in 3 styles today just because it is my favorite. I have accumulated a few more pieces, but this is the style Kylie. I have a full review out there on Kylie, and it's just a cute little basic cap curly style, very, very fun to wear. So I have seen some variability in this color. Basically it starts with like a medium gold blonde, and then it's highlighted with more of a platinum style blonde, and that is on a medium brown root. So on this one, I really feel like you can get something that's a little more warm or something that's a little more cool, but the blend is really soft and beautiful. This particular one seems to have a little more gold in it than the other two that I'm going to show you. Again, this is Kylie. In that 221001R8, there's a medium brown root on this color as well. So it's a pale, warm rooted blonde. Now, the very first piece that I experienced in this color was the Wig Pro Ellen. I do have a full review out there on Ellen. A cute little choppy pixie, it's just adorable. But this is also in the 221001R8. You can see it's much cooler in tone. Maybe there's a little more platinum in this blend, just really giving it a nice cool look compared to the application on Kylie. So this is just some of the variation that you can see. Now I want to show you this very same color in on the Miley. So Miley is in the color 221001R8. I feel like this might be have a little more gold in it, and then it just doesn't seem as bright. So maybe there's not as much platinum as compared to the Kylie or to the Ellen back here. So this is Miley and that very same color. I think I want to try Miley on for you. It's an absolutely adorable style. I have reviews out there on all 3 of these styles, so be sure to go below the video and I will attach all of my Wig Pro styles in one playlist so you can see them all. So I changed into the Wig Pro Miley. Wig Pro Miley makes my top 3 or 4 of the Wig Pro styles. I absolutely love this little top of curls. Nice loose little curl. It's just a mid-length. The curls they're big and they're bouncy, but yet they're loosened just enough to make it look modern. just the cutest style. And as the Kylie is a basic cap style, Miley actually has a lace front and full monofilament top. So be sure to check out the reviews in the Wig Pro playlist below. But taking a look, another look at this color 221001 R8. I love it on all 3 applications. Okay, so moving on now to our next blonde, I'm actually gonna do an unboxing for you. This one is Kylie in the color 2780 R8. So 2780 R8 is another beautiful blonde. It's supposed to be more of like a medium gold blonde, and then it has what they call a silver blonde highlight. To me, it just looks more platinum. It's a really beautiful color, and I wouldn't say that it is at all silver, but we're gonna look at this. So here's our Kylie all unboxed, getting ready to be applied, but it is about the color today. So I wanna give you an up close look at this color. This 2780 R8 is supposed to be like a medium strawberry blonde with some gray blonde in there, as well as on a medium brown root. I think for the most part, that's very true. Now, this does not read gray at all. In fact, what they're calling a gray blonde is more of a white, like a toned white or platinum that gives it the brightness, and it really neutralizes that strawberry. And then the medium brown root, that's the same exact root that's on this 221001 R8. Okay, so let's go ahead and try Kylie on. Oh my gosh, isn't that the cutest style? I can't take my eyes off of that curl, but I'm gonna have to long enough to get up close on this color. So that medium strawberry blonde tempered with that toned, more of a toned white or a toned platinum on a medium brown root. So we're moving on now to another blonde, and that one is back here. So next I have the style Liana, which is a really cute little crop bob with lots of volume and curl. I have a full review out there on this one. I absolutely adore this style. It's easy to wear, basic cap. But this is the color Swedish Almond. A lot of you have asked me about Swedish Almond, so I finally have a piece in that color to show you. But Swedish Almond is more like a medium honey blonde, which is more neutral, but then there's a gold blonde highlight here, which kind of tips it over into warm. It's only slightly warm, and there's no rooting on this one either. Although sometimes that highlight pattern can create a little bit of a shadow there at the base, which kind of gives it the illusion of a root. So this is one of those blondes that I think a lot of people could wear. It's not too light and bright. It's not too dark and muddy. It's just a beautiful medium range, neutral leaning, warm blonde shade color. Now, I do have another Liana to show you. We're gonna do an unboxing of this one. And this one is in the color 16613. Here it is. I'm so blessed to have all of these to show you. So the 16613 is going to be more of a medium honey blonde, and then that is highlighted with kind of a baby gold blonde or even a warm platinum. And this one is going to read a brighter and lighter compared to the Swedish Almond. This one is also not rooted. Okay, and what's nice about this is because it is a lighter blonde shade, they're using more of a beige or cream colored cap, so it's not dark underneath. That helps obscure the cap. So the 16613, it does have that kind of a light honey base with the lighter, brighter baby gold blonde highlight, which you can see here compared to the Swedish Almond. This is going to be much lighter and brighter. They're both more neutral leaning, warm. Okay, this is my first time trying this one on because I just took it out of the box. just requires a little bit of fluffing on top. That's a beautiful color, isn't it? I love it. I really like this color. Just my own personal preference, you know, of the light blondes. Next, let's take a look at an unrooted platinum. So many of you out there really enjoy an unrooted platinum, and I have it back here on the style Alexis. The color is just platinum, so let's check it out. So this is the Wig Pro Alexis in that platinum shade. Now just real quick, a note on Alexis. Alexis has a lace front and a full monofilament top. I have a full review out there, but I did learn a lot about this style after the review, and that is that it's asymmetrical. This longer piece on the right-hand side is not a mistake or a defect. It is intentional to give this a little bit of an asymmetrical look. I did not experience this long of a side piece on the first one. So on the second one, I just clipped it off to even it up, thinking that it was just one of those wigs that had a stray piece. But no, it really is intended to be asymmetrical, just so you know. All right, so let's talk about this color platinum. They describe this as being the brightest blonde, and that is indeed true. Now I feel like it's a mix of some cool and some warm platinums, okay? Even though there's no color codes or anything to it, you can definitely see some dimension. Now under artificial lights, these platinums just glow, don't they? There's a lot of shine, there's a lot of just glare just because of the color, the light bouncing off the color. Okay, cute little asymmetrical A-line bob in this platinum shade. This is not rooted. Many of you are going to be really thrilled about that. And then the fact that it does have that lace front and mono top just gives it a nice kick of, a nice realistic kick, doesn't it? So the next color we want to talk about is the 1488A. I also have that one on the style Alexis. So this is Alexis in that 1488A. Now this is also not a rooted blonde. They do have a lot of unrooted blonde options, which is going to make a lot of you happy. I hear all the time, why all of this fuss over unrooted or rooted blondes? I really want a good unrooted blonde. So this would be a great option for you. This is a combination of some medium gold and some pale gold highlights. So a medium gold base with some pale gold blonde highlights, okay? It's a nice creamy blend. This reminds me a lot of the Gabor's 1422. The highlight is just enough to brighten it up without making it super bright and light, but it is a warm color. Next up, we're going to take a look at yet another light, unrooted blonde color by Wig Pro, and that is the 24-613 as shown back here on Olivia. Coming up, here's Olivia in that 24-613. Olivia is lace front left monofilament part, a short just going mid-length, kind of a shag style cut with bangs. I have a full review out there on Olivia. So let's talk about this 24-613. So the 24 is supposed to be an ash blonde, and then the 613 just a very pale gold blonde highlight. I think it is not as warm as some of the 1488 blends that we have just looked at. Again, this is not a rooted blonde either. So if you like a pale, unrooted blonde, that is more neutral, perhaps there's a lot more cool tones in it compared to some of the other gold blondes, I think this one would be ideal for you. So you still can see some depth and dimension on this. So now we're going to go a little bit of a darker blonde and a rooted blonde. Back here on Camila, I have the 12R8. So this is Camila in that 12R8. Camila is lace front left monofilament part. Just a beautiful, beautiful feminine long style. Now the color 12R8. If you like colors like 12 FS8 by Jon Renau, you're going to adore this color. It's more of a dark blonde with some lighter gold blonde highlighting. And the way they've applied it to this style, at least, there's a lot of depth and dimension and interest. Some of the darker pieces are underneath. It just gives it a very beautiful lush look, doesn't it? Very, very dynamic. And it does have a medium brown root. The roots are all done with that 8, which is a medium chestnut brown. Blends beautifully with this style, don't you think? With this color. Okay, we're gonna circle back around to a very, very light blonde. This is back here on Miley. This is 2360R8. Don't you just adore the curl on Miley? So cute. Every time I put it on and I just want to smile. Curls do that to me anyway. But let's talk about this 2360R8. So the 2360R8 features heavily a toned white, kind of a silver blonde look, but it's toned white. And then within that, you will see some highlights of kind of a sandy beige, a pale sandy beige blonde, which gives it a lot of depth and dimension. So it's not just a silver blonde look. This reminds me a lot of the Silver Sun RT8 by Aesthetica, almost a dead ringer for that color. And then it features that medium brown root. And any color of rooting, I think, is going to stand in contrast with such a light color. So if you're seeing gray or silver in the camera, this doesn't have any gray or silver in it. It's just that toned white with some sandy beige highlights on a medium chestnut brown root. All right, so let's darken up a bit in our blondes. Down here on this mannequin B, I have Kylie in the color 1416R8. This video heavily features Kylie, doesn't it? I love this style. So let's talk about it in the 1416R8. That's going to start out with a really dark, warm honey. And then it's supposed to have some ash blonde in it, but really the highlights look a little more gold blonde to me. But then you can see some very fine ash in there as well. So I do think it's a combination of some dark honey, which is very warm, some lighter gold blonde highlights, as well as some finely spun, maybe ash blonde highlights as well. All of that on a medium chestnut brown root. It's a warm color overall. Dark blonde, even light brown lovers would love this. The rooting blends so nicely. So the next color will be featured on perhaps my favorite style by Wig Pro, and that is the style called Joy, and I have it in 12HS8. So here's Joy in 12HS8. I'm not sure there's a huge difference between the 12R8, but we're definitely going to take a look. This has not been out of the box yet, so it's asleep. We have to wake it up, but it's about the color. And I like how Wig Pro packages their wig styles just to make sure they're well protected. So Joy has a lace front and a full monofilament top, just like Miley. All right, I'm gonna shake it out a bit. And sometimes that gives me the opportunity to see the color from underneath. So this color is a medium to dark gold blonde with some lighter gold blonde highlights on a medium brown root. Look at that beautiful color. Okay, let's get it on. So here is Joy, and wow, this has a lot more volume. The curl is a little tighter than it is on the other Joy styles. Okay, so this color, 12HS8. A beautiful gold blonde blend, that medium to dark gold blonde with light gold blonde highlights on more of a medium brown root. It appears this is a little warmer. The 12R8 might be a little warmer compared to the 12HS8. And this is exactly why you look at reviews, right? Even though there can be variances from style to style, piece to piece of the same color, this does give you a nice general idea. At least you can put your big stamp of no on something that you might have otherwise ordered just based on a vague description. Moving on then to our next blonde, and this is going to be applied to probably the curliest style that I have ever owned. That curl goes right up to the root. It's meant to be free. It isn't meant to be tamed. And that is our Angelina down here in the color 24BT18. Here's Angelina, the curliest style I have ever owned. It's beautiful. It almost reminds me of the old retro 80s where the women kind of had hair like this. And this looks like natural curl to me, but they would put it, pull it back a little bit on the sides. So retro and cute and affordable. I also have a review on this one below in the checklist, but this is about the color 24BT18. This color is basically a light ash brown base, and then that is heavily highlighted with a light gold blonde. Highlighted and tipped, I should say, because there are some solid gold blonde tips on this as well. It's just a little harder to define because of all of this quirky, chaotic curl. This is not a rooted color, but it does kind of follow that same 24BT18 that we can see across many brands. All right, I have another Angelina to show you in the color Vanilla Lush. Yet another blonde by Wig Pro that is not rooted. And this curly girl has been in the box since the reviews, so these curls need woken up again. They tend to go to sleep in the box. But this Vanilla Lush is what we're talking about today. And Vanilla Lush features a light strawberry blonde with some very pale baby gold blonde highlights and tips. Okay, so this is not rooted. However, the highlights and tips kind of make it look like it has maybe a long root. It is a very, very warm color. Soft, so strawberry that it's almost orange. Not quite, it's still a very beautiful strawberry, and then all that highlighting of the baby gold. This gives it a nice soft appeal. Another unrooted blonde by Wig Pro. Okay, so let's stay light and bright. Another unrooted platinum by Wig Pro. There's so many options here. We're gonna take a look at the color Pearl, and it's on the style Viva M. So this is the lovely Viva M style, and it's a completely hand-tied, kind of a short bob with some wave, volume, and body. So let's talk about this color Pearl. Pearl is basically just a pearl platinum. And what that kind of means to me is that it's a platinum mix, but then it's been toned a little bit. So it is on the cooler side. There's not any yellow platinum in it. It reminds me a lot of the Marshmallow Blonde by Beltress, if you're familiar. But let's compare that to the Alexis in the platinum, just the name platinum. So here's the Alexis in platinum. It's brighter, but it has some of the warm platinums in there, okay? It does have a little bit of yellow compared to the toned pearl platinum. So if you have the choice between a platinum and pearl, this is the difference between the two. Both beautiful, unrooted platinum blondes. Next, I'm going to show you another light gold blonde, and you guessed it, it's not rooted. This is the 88R as it appears on the style Noelle. So this is Noelle, a long layered wispy light density style featuring a lace front and monofilament part, or a monofilament top rather, very limited permatease. Not a whole lot of volume or body attached to this one. So it's a nice, what I would consider even a warm weather appropriate style, but this is about the color 88R. So this is more of a strawberry blonde, a medium strawberry blonde with some baby gold blonde highlighting. And that seems to be the same combination that we saw down here on the Vanilla Lush. But the strawberry in this one isn't quite as orange based. It's just a nice soft, almost honey based strawberry blonde. And then the light gold blonde highlighting is nearly a platinum, so it neutralizes it. But this is a soft blend, very soft, and it is not rooted. So here we are, we're at the last Wig Pro blonde in our lineup today, and how appropriate on my favorite Wig Pro style. This is Joy in the color 82680 HS12. Again, I have a full review featuring this color in the Wig Pro playlist below this video. But what you're seeing on this color is it starts with a light golden brown, and then there's a lot of different highlights going on here. So a light golden brown, there is a medium and light gold blonde. I even see some flecks, more of an ash blonde in here, and that lighter ash blonde is a little more dramatic in the front and on the top, and then underneath you've got your darker layers. I feel like this is pretty neutral overall, and would also be a great sister color to the 12R8 by Wig Pro or the 12FS8 by John Renault. This one also features a medium brown root. So I really hope that this video has helped you decipher some of the Wig Pro blondes. So next time you shop for a Wig Pro style, be sure to bookmark this video so you can come out and take a look at the particular blondes that you're looking at, and it might help you in your decision. Again, all of these styles and colors are available at Wig Studio One. Go below the video and I'll attach a direct link to each one of these styles so that you can take a look. Everybody have a wonderful day. We'll see you again real soon right here on TAZS Wig Closet at Wig Studio One.